Hi, it's Jerry Vero Jr. again, Mafia Seat of Power on Facebook, like us. I've been talking about the largest narcotics heist in American history that was masterminded by my great uncle. Never reported in history anywhere, any book, any magazine, any documentary, nothing. I'm the one who found it. But as I started to look for his records, I was being jerked around, to say the least. Well, obviously in the article itself, for those of you who've seen the last video, they said he had criminal records before he committed the heist. And I know about that, which we'll get into that later, because I actually have his NYPD file number. Anyway, so when I find out that he goes to prison, I have a copy of his district attorney, actual indictment, and the appeals, and the records. And when the paralegal, Brenda, you have to watch a series of these videos to understand what I'm talking about. Then I had an attorney have a paralegal go to the New York State Archives. They showed that he was arrested, they showed that he went to jail, but he has no battalion card. Apparently that's some kind of identification card that you have in prison. Okay, so I'm on it. So first thing I do is I said, okay, fine. I file a request for records from the Federal Bureau of Prisons in Washington, D.C. Okay? So I get a letter back that I haven't provided sufficient information. Okay, approximate date of commitment to federal institution, the name of related, all that, the other. I'll show you this. First of all, just see that it's from the Federal Bureau of Prisons, that they responded to me. Okay? And then you'll see the highlighted areas where they're making all these requests that I need. Okay, now, I did. Okay, as you see everything attached here, I attached everything. Okay, I attached all the information. Okay, I told them about the heist in a letter. Here you go. I'll just show you this. It was received from the Federal Bureau of Prisons, you see. Okay, so I sent them a letter with all kinds of details about my uncle, his social security number, everything. Okay, and I'll show you what else in a minute. Okay, these next pages, what do we have here? Okay, I know it was hard to read, but the ones that saw the video know that's the actual district attorney information. Sent them that. Sent them, hang on here. Obviously, you're not going to be able to read this, but this is the 3 arraigned in narcotic theft. This is the New York Times article, okay, where it shows, okay, what they did, all the information they need. And last but not least, I also put in there the letter from the New York City Municipal Archives, okay, the letter from that department showing that they have a record of him being arrested, but he doesn't have a battalion card. And that's the main reason I'm going after the Federal Bureau of Prisons. Okay, where is it? I mean, we know he was in jail. Just want some record of it. You're going to see stuff I'm showing you. I've went through this over and over again. So I didn't save everything, but they just kept denying this and denying that. I knew I wasn't going to get anywhere, so I just gave up with the Federal Bureau of Prisons. And moved on to what I thought was going to be easy. So on the same day, look right here, I'm going to show you, I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. May 13th, 2010, I don't know if you could see that, from the Federal Bureau of Prisons. If you can't see it, but it's not important. Okay, so you have that on the same day. Okay, I make a request, move this stuff out of the way, for the Department of Justice for what they call a FOIA request, the Freedom of Information Act. Okay, as you can see, it's a different department. May 13th, 2010, I file it on the same day. This way. My camera person's telling me where to go. Okay, on the same day, the Freedom of Information Act information, so I figured to try to get his records. Well, how do you think that fared? Well, I'm about to show you the correspondence back and forth and how that all turned out. So the Federal Bureau of Prisons, gone, done, they're not showing me anything. What about the federal government, the FOIA request? Well, let's find out.